Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good afternoon my lecturer and my friends. My name is Anis Aza. I'm from Khusus 2 and today I will present about interpersonal and non-literal meaning, Unit 21 about speech act. Okay. Actions speak louder than words. Nah, this unit will show how to a large extent speech is actions and that language can actually be used to do things. Then when a speaker in appropriate circumstance make an utterance containing a revealing expressions, he carries out a certain act, an act of revealing. So revealing is typically a linguistic act, but we shall see that it is possible to carry out all sorts of other acts using language. Okay. Then we will start with another obviously linguistic act, that of stating or asserting. Okay. Act of assertions. Act of assertions is carried out when a speaker utters a declarative sentence, which can be either true or false, and undertakes a certain responsibility or commitment to the hearer that a particular state of affairs or situations exists in the world. So act of assertions in bahasa means tindakan penegasan. Like that. Okay, I will show an example of act of assertions. Okay, Simon is in the kitchen. Nah, if I say that, I assert to my hearer that in the real world, situations exist in which a person named Simon is in a room identified by the revealing expressions, the kitchens, like this. Okay. And then next about the descriptive fallacy. Nah, the descriptive fallacy means the view that the sole purpose of making assertions is to describe some state of affairs. So descriptive fallacy itu tuh tujuannya untuk membuat penegasan dan juga untuk mendeskripsikan beberapa pernyataan. Like in example, Simon is in the kitchen would be describe a particular state of affairs. Jadi in the descriptive fallacy, there is usually a more basic purpose behind an utterance. Nah, Simon is in kitchens. It means that that Simon itu benar-benar di dapur, like that. And then this is another example of descriptive fallacy. If the speaker says I love you to the hearer, it means that the speaker may be to reassure the hearer, or to console him, or to make him indebted, or to please him. Mungkin speakernya hanya kayak gombali kepada pendengarnya, like that. Nah, jadi ada tujuan tertentu dari utterance-nya, dari utterance speakernya, like that. And then the other the other example is the speaker say, "You are foul." Nah, to the hearer. Nah, it means also the hearer maybe to insult the hearer or between intimates to tease him or to impress a bystander with one's directness of manner. Like that. Okay. And then uh, there's warning, shocking, complaining, apologizing, insulting, reassuring, or etc. are all act. Jadi kayak warning, shocking, complain, minta maaf, gitu tuh termasuk tindakan. Nah, they are all things that we do using language. Act such as teasing, insulting, and etc. are aspects of utterance meaning and not of sentence meaning, like that. Then is about affirmative utterance. Affirmative utterance is one that actually describes the act that it performs. In example, it performs some act and simultaneously describes that act. In example, I promise to reply you tomorrow. Ini adalah contoh dari performatif. Because in saying it, the speaker actually does what the utterance describe. Nah, jadi the speakernya promise to reply the hearer next day. Nah, that is the utterance both describes and is a promise. Jadi dalam kalimat tersebut itu tuh udah menunjukkan describe and promise-nya. Jadi speakernya itu udah janji mau membayar pendengarnya the hearer itu besok. Jadi itu ada tindakan yang yang simultan, yang serempak berkelanjutan, like that. Nah, by contrast, the utterance John promised to reply me tomorrow. Ini tuh juga sama mendeskripsikan a promise, janji, but it's not itself a promise, tapi tidak dibuat oleh the speakernya, like that. So this utterance does not simultaneously do what it describes, and this is not a affirmative utterance, like that. And then performative utterance is opposite with a constantive utterance. Then constantive utterance is one which make an assertions. In example, it is often the utterance of a declarative sentence, but is not performative. Example, I am trying to get this box open with a screwdriver. It makes an assertion about a particular state of affairs, but is not performative. In example, the utterance does not simultaneously describe and perform the same act, like that. Now, in the other example, I believe in the dictatorship of the proletariat. Now, this is a constantive utterance because only describe belief. And then I think I was wrong. This is also non-constantive utterance because the sentence only describes a mental state like that. And then I give you supper every night. This is also constative utterance and only describes a state of affairs like that. And then affirmative verbs. Affirmative verbs is a one which, when used in a simple positive present tense sentence with a first person singular subject, can make the utterance of the sentence performative. In example, sentence is a performative verb because jadi kayak contoh sentence-nya itu, I sentence you to be hanged by the neck. Nah, this is affirmative, include a performative utterance. And then punish. Punish is not a affirmative verb because I punish you is not a performative utterance. Good. And then this is an example in performative verbs. Nah, apologize. Is it performative verbs? Yeah, apologize is performative verbs. And then authorize. Is it this is also performative verbs. And condemn, is it also this is also performative verbs. And argue this this is not a performative utterance, performative verbs because I argue itu tidak sendirinya merupakan suatu argumen. But on the other hand, simply saying I warn you is of itself enough to administer a warning. Nah, kalau I warn you sudah cukup untuk menjelaskan peringatan. Like that. And then many good examples of performative verbs occur in standardized and stereotype formulas used in public ceremonies. Then performative utterance also used in the formula of conventionalized public and social occasions, like word name. In example, I name this ship Titanic. This is example of performative verbs. And then baptize, like I object your honor. And then declare, in example, I declare this bridge open. And then plead, example, I plead not guilty. Like that. Then performative utterance contain a performative verb. Jadi tadi performative utterance itu berisi kata kerja performatif. Nah, and many have first person singular subject and are in the present tense. Jadi performative utterance selain berisi performative verb juga juga ditandai dengan first person singular verb. Nah, jadi karakteristik dari performative verbs itu adalah performative verbs are verbs that describe actions carried out by speakers. Dan performative verbs used in the first person singular, simple present, indicative, and active. And then the performative utterances, they can be combined with be, like that. Now, note. Performative utterances contain a performative verb and many have first person singular subject and are in the present tense. But there are exceptions to these patterns. Nah, jadi beberapa kalimat itu termasuk disebut performative utterance, tetapi ada pengecualiannya. In example, all passengers on flight number 47 are requested to proceed to gate 10. Nah, ini juga merupakan performative utterance with third person plural subject. Okay. And then you are hereby forbidden to leave this room. It is also example. This is also example exceptions with a second person subject. Okay. I think enough for my presentations about speech act. Then thank you for your attentions, and we continue to Q&A sessions. Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.